Hello, my lovelies. This is going to be our weekly spiritual guidance and advice. So, we're going to keep the messages fairly short today. So, let's see what we have going on. What is our theme for the week? What is our spiritual message? Sun in Taurus, 2, practicalities. It's time to boost self-worth and finances. So working on practical matters, that's going to be our focus for the week, especially spiritually. I'm going to give you the book meaning for this one, so give me one second. All right, Sun in Taurus. It's time to put your great ideas into practice, and to do so, you must invest in yourself a little bit more. Believe in your abilities and boost self-esteem through positive self-talk. Your projects succeed when you're truly invested in them. Your achievements will mean so much more to you if they are a fulfillment of a dream. So while it's time to put your ideas into action, it's also important to choose your endeavors wisely. Plant fresh ideas in their most nurturing environment. Ensure the peg fits the hole, and if it doesn't, avoid wasting your efforts. Be gracious and accept when your ideas are simply not in sync with prevailing trends. A hands-on approach to life will appeal. I can't say those two together, sorry. It will appeal. Get your feet on the ground and be more practical about everyday life. An earthly and realistic attitude to life's new adventures will help your project succeed. A new relationship may feel sensual and passionate. This is the time to enjoy and revel in earthly delights, but equally to maintain a balanced stance towards your needs and the needs of others. Be aware of circumstances around you and avoid being distracted from your big picture aims by your earthly needs, such as money worries and everyday concerns. This is also the money card, and depending on your surrounding cards can indicate a lucrative time. It's important for you to maintain a healthy relationship with spirit by seeing money as a form of energy, not as a platform for power or as a mean to gain self-esteem. Seek power internally in the shape of your own strength, wisdom, and compassion. A fresh idea incubated at this time should flourish as long as it is tended to and nourished. So really important that you're going to be tending to things that are practical matters. So money, work, responsibilities, things like that. And you're going to boost your self-esteem. So we're going to see what maybe we need to do to like raise our vibration, as well as any sort of other obstacles that we might be facing. All right, that one wants to come out, and so do those. So let's see what else we have. Seriously, a wise woman once said, fuck this shit, and she lived happily ever after. So I feel like you can't let life kind of get you down, that you're going to have to kind of be able to let go of things and go forward. Dance in the storm. Fuck yeah. So I feel like you need to almost have that childlike wonder or mentality about certain things and just kind of let other things go. What's one thing that you're grateful for? That you're blessed as fuck. So be grateful for everything you have. It's better than sitting around doing nothing. Meditate. So that's your advice, that you need to meditate in order to go forward. Let's see what else we have for our spiritual guidance and advice. Right, we have you are brilliant, so shine. Give it some razzle dazzle. So put your own little sparkle on things this week. Inhale the future, exhale the past. It's time to welcome the future and let go of the past. So don't live in the past, don't get stuck there. Definitely focus on the things that you can, the things that you can change going forward. Let's see what messages we have from our angels. Thank you, angels. What messages do we need going forward? There we go. Angelic protection. I'm going to give you the book meaning on that one. We're going to do one more, spiritual growth. All right, angelic protection. A brilliant light of protection is around you at this time, and angels are guiding and guarding you and want you to know that you are safe. Whether you're feeling worried about physical, emotional, or spiritual harm or not, this card is confirming that you have spiritual protection. Your angel guide is supporting you and leading you towards positive experiences and outcomes. And if you have decisions to make or opportunities to take and you are unsure of what to do, know that this card is bringing you comfort and support. The angels who are with you only need a prayer from you in order to swoop in and to guide you. You are protected. The worst is now behind you, and you are ready to move beyond the challenges that you have been facing. The past has gone, and your angel guide is encouraging you to let it go. If traumatic or painful memories have revisited you recently, know that they are opportunities to recognize how far you have come and to acknowledge how much healing has taken place in your life. When you have reflected on these shifts, leave the past behind and move forward. The present is only a gift if you are able to receive it. If you are facing the unknown at this time, know that your angel guide will show you the next steps, and you will be surrounded by a spiritual force field that will protect you on all levels as you move forward. Your next one is spiritual growth. All right. This is a powerful time for you. Your growth and understanding are unfolding in an incredible rate, and you feel more connected than ever to your soul, your gifts, and your purpose. Your angels are encouraging you to keep up the good work and to continue expanding your knowledge, experience, and your spiritual connection. When this card arrives for you, it's a confirmation that the experiences and insights that you have had recently have been divinely led. You may find yourself connecting to particular energies at this time, or even experiencing angels or guides visiting you. This card is letting you know that these experiences are real and are occurring because of your determination to open up spiritually. The path of light is unfolding for you, and you are being encouraged to hold your head high and to focus on spiritual growth. The rest will be taken care of for you. Every experience is a learning experience. You are a student of life and spirit, and what has happened in your life hasn't happened to you, it's happened for you. You have incredible resilience and the capacity to overcome whatever darkness or unknown that you face. No matter what has been served to you, you have done everything within your might and power to face it and to find a way forward. Angels are acknowledging that your determination and the positive, kind-hearted, and upbeat energy that has allowed you to become the wonderful person that you are today. You may feel that your spiritual gifts are opening much more at this time. Be aware of any visions, psychic insight, or connections that you develop, as they will be pivotal to your growth going forward. So lots of spiritual growth and protection coming in. All right, let's see. How do we raise our vibe? How do we raise our vibe this week? All right. My high vibes heal the world. So let's see what we have for that. My high vibes heal the world. You are an incredible healer. The steps that you are taking towards positivity and mastery aren't just healing you, they are healing the world. You are one with the world, one with life itself. And what you do on the inside is what you are sharing with the outside. Just by being kind and loving towards yourself, you are living a higher purpose life. This card is a message to keep on going. And sometimes you question if you are doing enough or making a difference. And today the universe wants you to know that you are. Don't you set out on this path? Didn't you set out on this path because you wanted to be a more positive person, maybe a better partner, a family member, or a colleague? That in itself is a noble aim that has made a difference. And now that you are sending out a tidal wave of love that is reaching far and wide across the grid of the universe, you are an angel on earth, making a difference in your own life and inevitably making a difference to the world. Your very presence is a blessing. Your vibe. My inner healing is healing for humanity. So by raising your vibe, you affect other people in the collective. So very important that if you are in any sort of low vibration, that you don't stay there, that you meditate, you ground, and that you go forward. Let's see what we have from the Ascended Masters. What do we need to know from the Ascended Masters? Kali Ma and Charity. Kali Ma, facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding, and this is your chance to soar. And Charity, prayer and contemplation, connecting with heaven. Ask and you shall receive. So really important that we're going to be facing our fears, and so we might need some divine intervention or some spiritual protection at this time. So if you're feeling a little bit fearful, that's an indication that some things are about to change. Major spiritual change and growth. And Charity, So this is a card telling you that the divine is always charitable to us. If we need help, we need to ask, and that we can also be prayer. That we can also use prayer to help others, as well as we can be charitable to others. So if there's some sort of need that you have that you need to actually connect with Source, connect with Heaven, and ask for what it is that you need. Let's see what we have from the animals. What do we need to know? The fox. Your sharpened senses allow you to observe the actions of others. So sometimes we need to kind of observe what's going on around us. And I feel like your intuition is really going to peak. So there could be some things that maybe you're fearful of knowing. There could also be some things that maybe you need to watch what others are doing. Remember that actions speak very loud of what's going on. Let's see what we have from the star seeds. We the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. The courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen, and earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down and time in nature. So let's see what we have for these. We the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, and birth as a portal. Birth is a portal that ushers in new life. The Hathors are here to remind you that you're a child of the cosmic mother and that you're being called to be held by her deep, never-ending love and embrace. This is a tender, nourishing card reminding you to receive the deep love of the mother's embrace. The Hathors know that the journey on earth can be rocky and lonely at times, but you're being reminded to rest more deeply in the mother's arms. This is a card of extreme potency, of femininity, and of creation, and of birth. You're being called to the mother yourself and to mother yourself and others too, to surrender to your sacred femininity, to create and surrender to your own creations, to hold and to be held. You're being called to remember your place in the web of life and to realize that the cosmic mother is watching you every step of the way. You may be going through a transition right now, moving from one way of being to another. If so, you're being reminded that you're cradled in the sacred container, that you are more held than you can possibly imagine, and that you have access to more love and your heart can bear than your heart can bear. If you're struggling in any way, you're being assured that things will work out. Open yourself to receiving the overflowing love of the cosmic mother flooding towards you from every direction. Let it stretch your heart. So this is an affirmation that you can use. I allow the deep love of the cosmic mother to wash over me, knowing that I am loved and I am held. All right, the courageous peony. Some of these don't show up super great on this end, it doesn't look like, but this is what they are. Multifaceted, unique nature, it's time to let yourself be seen. Flowers don't open and close according to who walks by. They embrace all of what they are and show it to the world around them. The peony doesn't try to compete with the cherry blossom, and the cherry blossom doesn't try and compete with the tulip. They own what they are and trust the timing of their true nature. You're being called to do the same. It's time to open yourself up to being seen. Time to share your incredible, multifaceted true nature with the world around you. To uncover and reveal your soul's greatest gifts without wavering. To own your uniqueness without apology. There's a flower on this planet that holds the same qualities that your soul is readying itself to express. Let it inform you. You may have been taught that it's safer to keep your light hidden and your voice small, to hide behind the bushes instead of growing tall. The courageous peony is here to remind you that it's safe to embody all of who you truly are. It's safe to share your voice and to let yourself be seen. At first, it may feel uncomfortable and you may be afraid of what others think, but with each passing day, it does become easier. Little by little, you realize that it draws in those who are meant for you, and experiences that you've been longing for arrive at your feet. How are you being called to allow yourself to be more visible and seen in the world? So that's your homework. How are you being called to be seen in the world? Earth pulsing. Pulse of the mother, slow down, take time in nature. A mysterious pulse is woven through all of life. The planet itself is a rhythm. You can see it in the seasons and the tides. In our world of artificial lighting, long working hours, and modern conveniences, it's easy for us to feel stuck and off kilter. It's time to reconnect with nature and surrender to the pulse of the earth. Earth pulsing is my favorite tool for surrendering to the rhythmic pulse of the Mother and the entire universe. All right, today many of us are disconnected from the land beneath us. Somewhere along the way, a severing happened, a moment when it became too painful to stay connected. We feel unsupported and as if we don't belong. We look to other people in the external world to fill the void of the connection holding and belonging once given to us by the earth. Taking, clutching, conquering, longing for others to receive us fully, as the mother once did. Forgetting that she's still here, waiting for us to remember and to activate the part of us that longs to receive her embrace. When you consciously connect with the earth, a veil is lifted and she opens up and receives you more fully. You're able to drink from her sweet waters and to release what no longer serves you. Stagnant energy falls away from you, becoming connected to all things on the planet. I surrender to the pulse of the mother. May my heart beat in unison with her. So really grounding, meditating, connecting with nature, maybe unplugging from things like social media, or just, kind of getting back to basics. So grounding, meditation, if you can walk barefoot on the earth, swim in the ocean, things like that, all of those things will help you connect to the pulse of the earth frequency. All right, let's get some sign symbols and synchronicities. See what we need to know. The raven. So some sort of prophecy, insight, or transformation is coming. You could be seeing ravens. And the phoenix. So some sort of growth, change, and transformation or a rebirth is occurring. Let's see what else we have. Water. So connecting to water, you could be dealing with water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Water is full of wisdom, emotions, grace, and power. It's also something that has to do with music and the Eye of Ra. So this is masculine energy. It's the sun. So sun energy, being in the sunlight, protection, fear of violence, like this person might be very protective. This person uses a lot of reason, logic, and could speak multiple languages, and they could be having some issues with the right eye. Let's get one more. The lotus, love this. So spiritual enlightenment is definitely coming. Purity, tranquility, calm, new beginnings, but remember your roots. The alpha. So we're beginning something new. So that means there has to be an ending. So we have to go through our rebirth, the transitional phase. So that might be where you're at. And there's some sort of new beginning starting. Make sure that you're not confused. If you feel like you're confused, I feel like you need to kind of get back to basics. Make sure that you see things clearly for what they are. And the sacral chakra might be something that's being affected. So this is your creativity center, sexual health, pleasure. And so those might be some things that need a little bit of adjustment. All right, let's see what we have going on. Let's do some tarot messages and we'll close out our reading. What do we need to know for our spirituality this week? There we go. All right, so it's going to take some teamwork, and they're showing me a triangle in my mind. Is there a triangle on this? There's not, sort of. Okay, so we definitely need to connect to Source, and then Source feeds into us, and then we also need to connect to Earth, so that would create the triangle, so that we're actually in unison. So we need some teamwork to make the dream work. I feel like you're going to overthink some things this week, so let's just work on the task at hand or what's right in front of us, the practical matters. That was what our focus is supposed to be this week. So practical matters, what's right in front of us, not our mind playing tricks. You're going to have to stick up for yourself, maybe even defend your belief system this week, and that there's definitely a lot of passion coming through. So maybe it's like you need to follow your passions. I feel like it has to do with work related things or some sort of goal that you might be having this week. Let's see. Could also be in love, so maybe some practical matters with love, some sort of decision coming through, and needing to kind of call a truce or lay down the swords and be able to go out of the conflict into calmer waters. Definitely some sort of ending where there's been backstabbing and betrayal. It's time to let it go, let the past be the past, and use your logic in order to make wise decisions going forward. It's going to help get you out of the conflict and out of the confusion, and that somebody is coming in bravely with some sort of offer or some sort of news, and it looks looks like somebody might want union. The love reading that will be posted the day before this one is talking about union and weddings, and it was all over for lots and lots of different connections coming through. So I think this week we need to focus on practical matters. We need to maybe kind of get grounded and kind of get back to basics and really work on the task at hand of what is important to us going forward, whether that's love, whether that's finances, whatever it is for you, go forward on it. That's what I have for your reading. I hope it helps. We'll see you soon.